My father, a man of silent grace, wore his burdens like armor, never out of place. Through the storms of life and the weight of the years, he stood unwavering, hiding his tears. A fortress of strength, a beacon of light, he worked through the day and dreamed through the night. The dreams he once held, vibrant and free, were exchanged for a future he built for me. His hands, calloused and rough with toil, turned hardships to blessings and sweat to soil. In every crease of his weathered face lived stories of sacrifice, dignity, and grace. I saw him bend but never break, through trials endured for his family's sake. His laughter was rare, but when it appeared, it chased away shadows that once interfered. 1,000 struggles he carried alone, so our house could remain a loving home. He gave away comforts, denied his own needs, to nurture our growth, to sow loving seeds. Each early morning and sleepless night was a testament to his quiet fight. Through summers blazing, through winters cold, he bore the burden of dreams left untold. I recall his footsteps, heavy yet sure, a rhythm of purpose, strong and pure. Through the humblest of means, he paved the way for brighter tomorrows, for a better day. He traded his rest, his youth, his desire, for the flicker of hope to never expire. When hunger loomed and times grew tough, he carried us all, though the path wore rough. With sweat on his brow and pain in his heart, he held us together, never falling apart. Even when the world was cruel and cold, his love for us was a wealth untold. He stood as a shield, absorbing the strife, protecting us fiercely, giving his life. Every small victory, every quiet cheer, came from a man who refused to fear. He worked unseen in shadows so deep, so we could dream peacefully in our sleep. The shoes he wore were worn and frayed, yet for us, new paths were always laid. Each step he took, each sacrifice made, was a foundation on which our future stayed. Though his back grew bent, though his body grew weak, his love was steady, his spirit unique. His voice, though gentle, carried the weight of wisdom born from an unyielding faith. Each word he spoke was a lesson, a guide, teaching us strength, resilience, and pride. His hands, though weary, never let go, building a life where love could grow. He set aside dreams, let go of his youth, to give us the gift of kindness and truth. The dreams he abandoned, the roads left untaken, were gifts to us, so we'd never feel forsaken. For every joy he gave, he took on the pain, turning his losses into our gain. I've seen his face, etched with time, a canvas of trials, a life sublime. The lines on his brow are maps of his fight, carving a path from darkness to light. His eyes, though weary, still softly gleam, holding the love that fuels my dreams. Through rain that poured and winds that roared, through years of struggle, through strife endured, he walked the road with courage untold, a guardian of love, steady and bold. The weight he bore, the price he paid, was hidden in silence, never betrayed. For every joy we felt, he bore the cost, so none of our dreams would ever be lost. He taught us to hope, to rise, to believe, to give without asking, to love and not grieve. The stars I now chase, the heights I now climb, are because of his sacrifices, endless and kind. I've seen him labor through nights so long, carrying the weight of all that went wrong. Yet he never faltered, never complained, turning his sorrow into lessons ingrained. He taught me resilience, how to stay true, how to persevere when the world feels askew. Through every struggle, every defeat, he found the strength to never retreat. He turned his pain into quiet resolve, ensuring our lives continue to evolve. For every step he climbed, every stone he moved, his love for us remained deeply proved. I think of his hands, worn yet strong, holding us close where we belong. Every gesture, every touch, every care was proof of a love beyond compare. Though his hands may tremble, his strength remains, a legacy of love that forever sustains. The fire in his heart, the courage he kept, gave us warmth through nights we wept. Though the world may never know his name, his love for us burns like an eternal flame. Through sacrifice silent, through efforts unseen, he built a life where we could dream. His footsteps now falter, his pace has slowed, but the seeds he planted have flourished and grown. The dreams he gave up, the years he gave, were gifts of love, unwavering and brave. And though words will never be enough, I'll strive to honor his unending love. For every tear he hid, every sigh unspoken, for every dream he left broken, I owe him my life, my every success, for in his sacrifices I've been truly blessed. His strength, his wisdom, his endless fight, guide me forward through darkest night. Now as I walk, I carry his flame, a tribute to the man who shaped my name. For every moment he gave to me, I vow to honor his legacy. through the love he gave and the battles he fought. He taught me the value of all he sought. Though his hair has silvered, though time has passed, the lessons he gave will forever last. I see him now, a figure of grace, his sacrifices etched in every trace. And though I can never repay his strife, I carry his love for the rest of my life. For every struggle, for every trial, he stood unwavering, mile after mile. Through nights of worry, through days of strain, he bore it all, again and again. And though his story may seem unsung, it's written in the hearts of those he's among. So I walk this path, his teachings in mind, a debt of love that transcends time. For my father, my hero, my steadfast guide, is the reason I stand with hope and pride. His sacrifice is vast, his love so deep, a legacy of devotion I. My father, the man whose shadow I follow, carried burdens that I could never borrow. The sun kissed his brow and the wind knew his name, yet he stood tall through struggle, never seeking fame. In silence he toiled through days long and severe, hiding his pain, concealing his fear. His hands, roughened by labor's demanding art, etched stories of sacrifice, carved from the heart. Each callous a chapter, each wrinkle a line, of battles he fought to ensure we'd be fine. From the break of dawn till the moon took its place, he'd give his all with unyielding grace. The dreams he once held were set aside so we could dream with hope as our guide. He watched his desires fade like a waning flame, yet never once did he place blame. He shouldered the weight of unspoken despair to build us a life filled with love and care. Each step he took was a lesson, a guide teaching me strength and humility with pride. Through storms of sorrow, through trials of pain, he never wavered, his efforts weren't in vain. When the world seemed cruel and the nights were long, he found in himself a quiet, enduring song. He clothed us in warmth, though his soul grew weary, kept us in laughter, though his eyes turned teary. The days of hunger, the nights of strife, he masked them all to safeguard our life. He worked through the frost, he worked through the rain, transforming his hardship into our gain. I remember his hands steady and true, guiding me gently in all that I do. When I stumbled and fell, when I lost my way, he picked me up and showed me the day. His words, though few, always rang clear, a compass of wisdom, a voice I hold dear. Oh, the dreams he postponed and the roads left behind, so I could run forward with an unburdened mind. He taught me to dream, to rise and to soar, to cherish what's precious, to seek out more. His laughter, though rare, was a melody sweet, a reminder of triumph, even in defeat. He stood like a pillar, unyielding and tall, catching us always when we would fall. Through sickness, through loss, through years stretched thin, he poured out his heart, never giving in. He taught me the beauty of sacrifice made, how love demands the price he gladly paid. I recall the nights when he stayed awake, his dreams forgotten, his soul at stake. For every moment he spent with me, there were 1,000 moments he let be. And still, he smiled, a beacon of light, chasing away the darkest night. When shoes wore thin and the cupboard ran dry, he bore it all, never asking why. He traded his comfort for the sake of my smile, walking weary miles, mile after mile. He fought battles I never even saw, a man bound by duty, a life ruled by law. I see him now, though his hair has turned gray, a testament to time that refuses to sway. The lines on his face are like maps of his years, etched with laughter, etched with tears. His shoulders, once broad, now slightly bent, but his spirit remains ever resilient.